Here is another video in my journal of the brain surgery for Meniere's disease called vestibular nerve section. I am updating you kind of on a day-to-day basis. Everybody's different and everybody heals differently. So I just came outside for the first time and it's really hard to set up. But I got a ball and I really thought it would just be good to at least throw it once. That's all I'm gonna do. It's a beautiful day out here, but sitting up is really hard, so I'm gonna go. I'm getting my 2 minute, I was gonna say 2 minutes, but get out here, and Benny just dragged in the blue, hold on. Benny just dragged in the blue shopping cart for groceries. I ordered fruit, so I'm going in now. Bye. I did go outside very briefly. It was harder than I thought it was going to be. Just sitting up is hard. You can see I'm like just laying down in bed right now. Sometimes I'll sit up more propped up. I've been laying down and doing some exercises here, so I've been definitely getting stronger in my legs. I told my mom that, she was like, stronger than before surgery, and I was like, no. Stronger than after surgery. After surgery, I could barely stand up on my legs by myself. I had to think about where I put my feet. I don't have to think about that anymore. I definitely feel weak, but I don't feel as weak and wobbly as a baby deer, which is what I felt like in the beginning. I couldn't even straighten my left leg, and I can now because of the stretches and the exercises I've been doing. And my hope is that like once I can be vertical without vertigo, I'll move into doing my strength training, Pilates, and on my exercise bike. And then my hope is to like go to a gym or to go to like some sort of exercise class. When I told my mom that, she was like, you can come over and swim at our house. And I started crying, happy tears, because you know, like my life is totally going to be reframed. Since 2010, I have thought about my life in the context of vertigo, like in the context of, can I do something or can't I do something because of vertigo? And it's kind of wild that I'm not going to be experiencing vertigo ever again in my life like this. To refresh your memory, the reasons why it's so bad is because, well, the nerve is clipped. So my brain is getting no input balance-wise from my ear. And that's why I'm having such severe vertigo, because my brain is going, where's the input? Where's the input? There's no input. So my brain has to learn to use the input from my healthy ear, all the balance information. And once it does, the vertigo will stop. We know this is going to get better. The sun just went under the horizon. I'm excited to see it again now. I just watched it on my wall, like, and how it plays out on my wall. And I'm in the dark right now. I'm in the rough part right now where I'm having to really deal with severe vertigo. And trust me, like, me laying down is so totally different than me sitting up. I'm able to read, but it's very hard for me. Like, my eyes go blah, blah. I'm starting to be able to read more on my phone, but it's still very hard. I'm so thankful because I have so many people that care about me or behind me, and I just spend a lot of time daydreaming about like what life can be and what I'm gonna cry. So I'm happy, like what the future can hold. Like I'm happy tears, because it's just been defined in such a strict way for such a long time. It's so wild that I had brain surgery. Like it's so wild that this is happening right now, and like this is kind of something I've been used to for the last however many years is vertigo. Usually if I improve from vertigo, you know, it's only going to be for a short period of time, and you know, I still have to always be aware that my vertigo could happen. Like I wouldn't drive really far distance by myself because there's a risk that I could get Meniere's attack while I'm gone and not be able to drive home. It's so weird because since 2010 I haven't known a life without vertigo. I haven't known a life. I'm gonna have to deal with imbalance. We don't know what that will be like, but definitely, that's what my Meniere's doctor told me. He said, I just want to make sure that you know that this surgery is for vertigo. It's not for the imbalance. Like, you could have imbalance problems, but the vertigo will definitely be over. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. If I have balance problems, I do. If I don't, I don't. The protagonist in my story has permanent balance problems from this surgery. So if it ends up that that's the way my life is, then fine. I can live a life with balance problems that's independent and functional. And I don't know if I could be a nurse with balance problems, but I'd like to be. I don't know if I could be a nurse with a service dog, but everything in its time, right? Me becoming a nurse will take a while if that's what I want to do, because they won't take the credits that I earned in college 20 years ago. Everything would have to be a complete start over. I'm just kind of keeping my options open, and there's so many things I could do. I could go back and be a speech language pathologist. It would just be very hard. I think I would probably have to go to grad school again.
I am Kelly. Remember, you are not alone. Live incredible. Anyway, bye guys.
You are not alone in this world. You are not alone. You are not alone in this world. You are not